Hi, I'm here at ISE with Sigma AVIT. So, in AV, in India especially, it's a thriving market. There's always so much going on. But is it enough to solely just be an AV provider here in India?
It's an interesting question that you're asking, and it's true that AV is a big market in India. It's a massive market, a lot of investment that is coming in, and post-COVID, there are a lot of things that have been opened up, and people are coming back into their office spaces. So the requirements are again coming back to normal. In fact, it's going beyond the thing that we are expecting. But having said that, as system integrators, AV system integrators, we always feel that sticking only with AVs will always be a challenge for us because pre-COVID, the requirements of AV were entirely different. Post-COVID, the requirements are entirely different. Things are becoming more simpler. Technology has become even more simpler today. So sticking on with only AV, we personally feel that will always be a challenge. And this is a time that gives us an opportunity to diversify and to look things at a different manner as well, because it gives us an opportunity to think out of the box to see how do we sustain this business for a longer time for a longer period of time. Because Sigma, we started the business in 2008, and today we have more than 300 people on board. So that pushes us even to that limit to see that how is it that we can manage our business in a different manner. With only AV, to answer your question, it's difficult. But we need to diversify. We need to work things in a different manner. What have you to say, my friend?
Absolutely, yes. Diversification is equally important. That is something what we have also learned during the COVID time as well. So we are at different fields, verticals which are actually are there, seeing not only just AV, what we can do beyond AV as well. We've been That's also been actually doing good for us. We are also been recognized completely on a different platform as against what AV can actually bring it onto the table. uh, Very true. We have to have beyond. We have to think beyond AV for us to actually sustain in the industry as well.
So just give you an example. The recent coverage that you did in your magazine, the project that we did at Incois, right? It's a very interesting story. They approached us basically to build a control room, right? Because this is a center they monitor tsunami in India. So we were approached to design and build a control room setup for them, technology per se. But during the presentation and post the presentation, we don't know what happened. This gentleman took us to the place where this place has to be set up, and he put forth a suggestion saying, "Would you mind doing the complete work in this particular space?" When we said complete works, it was the complete build, not only technology, right from carpet to technology in that particular space. Now, that was a challenge for us because we are known to be a technology people, but we never worked with furniture and carpet and CCTVs and your fire systems or HVAC systems. But we took that as an opportunity and worked together as a team, brought the team together to make it happen. And we made that happen in 58 days time. And I think that's the coverage that you have done in your magazine, because now that gave us an opportunity to say that we can step one step high and take it to the next level. And that's how you can be ahead of competition as well, because one shop solution is what we're basically looking and aiming for.
Yeah, diversifying your offerings to the market, that's a good way to stay ahead of the competition. But is there also another way you can do so by maybe expanding your reach outwards of India? So I know that you guys all have an office in Manila as well, so maybe you can talk more about that.
See, what we basically do is we follow our customer, right? Because Sigma is predominantly known for the quality of services that it basically offers in India. And with whichever customer that we work with, the projects that we basically do, to name a few, like the Wells Fargos or the Junipers and so on and so forth, the service and the backup, the support that we basically give them, they would always want us to do the same thing in their operations that coming up in Manila, or even to that extent, even in Saudi. So that's the reason that has given us another opportunity to follow a customer and they go out of India, and that opportunity has given us the chance to build up another office structure in Manila, in Saudi, and in Singapore as well. So we are open to go anywhere, and we look at every single opportunity that comes our way, and if it's viable and there's the value for money and there's bottom line in that, we'll definitely do. What is it?
Yeah, to add to that, right, it's just not only Sigma AVIT, even we have a pan India presence in India as well. And as we said, we are about 365 people currently on board only on AV, right? we actually stepping out of India also enables us for us to actually understand what's the other country, how the culture which is actually is there, how they are actually looking at the technology as well. So we have built complex technologies. So we also want to take these solutions outside India as well, serve the clients as well outside India too. To start with, yes, Manila is something what we are actually have started off our operations. We are looking forward for other countries as well to step in, but it's important that when for an Indian company also to actually look at, we can definitely do well on an overseas platform as well. We've been having serving clients after clients in India from a different vertical, whether it could be a corporate or it could be education or it could be hospitality as well, hospital projects too. But outside India also gives a leverage for us to build the same kind of quality jobs, and I'm sure that these overseas clients would certainly accept the kind of a quality that we are actually delivering it, because they've been seeing the kind of jobs what we are implementing here in India. So we have the good acceptance overseas as well for Sigma AVIT. So we look forward for delivering many more offices and many more clients on services as well.
See, this actually, it's trickles from the top, right? We may intend to do so many things, but the beauty is the owners of the company also think in the same line, okay? Because for us, people are more important, and that's how they drive the business as well. So the direction that we get from the top, and then we start implementing it. So it's a family that works together. Any opportunity where we can do well, we go for it.
And my last question is, right, so for integrators who also want to follow in this business model, right, it's an amazing one. What are some of the steps that you have to take to kind of like establish that presence outside of India?
See, the couple of things that we need to look at. One is that business that we're going to do is viable, or are we just going for the sake of going? We never work in that particular manner, right? For us, it should be viable. We should be able to be a profitable business in what we basically do. There's no ego attached with us, okay? Because as I told you, we are a 300 plus company. Every decision that we make should be a very responsible decision that we take, because AV today, the law of average doesn't work. If you do a project in loss, it continues to remain as a loss out there, and we can't take that hit out, right? But if we have a good customer, and we know, and we are, and it's a team that decides, okay? He may have a thought, I may have a thought. We have Prakash, we have Deepak sitting out there. We come together and make this the decision that sounds for the interest of the company, and that's the way we take this call. And more importantly, we should have the right resource in that particular space. But what the flexibility that we basically get is, we are able to form that core team within ourselves here in India, right? So when you move an operation out to India, there's someone from our core team out here, spend some time in that particular place, settle that place out there, and then come back home, and then the place is managed. That's how we did in Manila today. So that's the way we look into it, because we have to be very, very careful when making this. Getting in people is a very important thing that we know. Resources has always been a challenge, right? And then getting to know the local rules and regulations of the thing is another challenge out there. So putting all these things together, it is a challenge, but when there's an opportunity to do, we'll love to do it.
Again, it's actually learning for us, as we actually said. I mean, all these 15 years for us, every project has been a learning as well. As we actually said, the team who has actually been with Sigma, in fact, they are the assets. People make company is what we actually talk about it. And with the help of the complete core team, what we have, we're actually looking at how we can actually support the clients and the solutions that which are actually are there. Everybody are expertise in their own field. And so we are actually probably looking at those expertise and then bringing it to a client's table in terms of those solutions, what is actually required. So that is actually helping us, not only India, outside India as well. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your insights.
Thanks, it's a pleasure. Thanks for
you.
having us. Thank you.